Okay, I believe I'm recording this. So, I had some questions about chapter 26, and so I thought I'd have some fun playing with chapter 26. So here's the information. This is an ARR. Um, this is the pertinent information here. Um, this is super important. Now we've got two tables that we work with in financial and managerial accounting. It's the present value of a dollar at compound interest and the present value of a dollar out of annuity. Okay, they've given you the factors to use. They're telling you 12%, this is the original investment, straight line, no residual value. Okay, so I went ahead and I set this up in, that's number 2 I'm working on. Okay, so what I did was I went ahead and I put all the data up here. And then I decided, okay, I'm going to go ahead and put in the formulas. So here, this is the original investment, residual value. What's my average investment? I take these two, divide it by 2, right there. Same thing over here. It's the same information. And the income's the exact same as well. So I take this 261, which you can see right here, divided by 5. My average income is 52200. I take that 52200 divided by 580, I get 18%. So is that more than the original rate that they wanted? Yep, it is. So that's a good project. Okay. Now they want to know what is the present value. So I went ahead, now the book, when they do their examples, they kind of put these together and they put one as, let's see, we got the warehouse and the robotic assembler. So here's the warehouse right here first. And so we go in here and we grab this cash flow. So, oops, you know what? Somebody went and mixed up the ones. This should be robotic. Let's fix that. So we're gonna make this one the robotic. It makes me remember a song that some of you may remember. It was called, it's by Styx. Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto, domo domo. Okay, now you guys got me back to the 80s. Okay, so I just fixed that. So what we're gonna do is, so we got the robotic and we can see the net cash flow is 171. Well, we need to go and figure out what the present value is. So again, this is where, I go back to go find those tables and they're giving you the tables. So year 1. So they want 12%. So I come up here to year 1. I go to 12%. There's my factor. There's factor for year 2, factor for year 3, factor for year 4, for year 5. I take and I plug those in, and then I multiply the factor by the net cash flow, and I get an amount. I add all of them up together, subtract my original investment, there's my net present value. And I did the same thing over here for the warehouse. So there's that one. So I just kind of wanted to give you guys that information, and I'm going to throw this Excel file up into the announcements as well. Okay, so I don't know why I'm messing with fonts, but why not? We should all mess with fonts. And so here we go. So this is the cash flow. This is the one that says, what's the payback? So here is the plan expansion cash flow for that problem. Let me come back over here. Okay, let me go to 2. Okay. And so here's the information for the plan expansion of the retail store. This is the cash payback. So this is how I was taught to do it, but there's another way to do it. And what you can do is you can take the total 509 divided by 275, and it tells you how many years. But I was told to do it this way. So here's my original investment. So what I do is I put my investment, I set this up in Excel. It's my original investment. This is my balance, okay, for both of them. And so first year, I'm going to get 151,000. So I subtract that from my original investment. I'm left with 124. So it's going to take me 2 years for both of these to get payback. I'm going to get payback. Okay, sorry, I'm being stupid now. Okay, so we have that. Each project requires 275. A rate of 15% has been selected. So there is the column, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So those are the factors I'm going to use. So what they're going to do is they want us to go ahead and put this data in, and let's see, compute the cash payback. And yes, I'm using somebody's, but I'm not going to tell you who. And if they see it, just know that, hey, we're having a good time with this. Okay, so it's going to be the same type of table that I'm used in the previous one. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this one. And if you guys want to, you guys are more than welcome to use these or not. Now, what I did do, and I'm going to put this one right here. You can see I've got references, and that's because I linked everything. So I don't know why that total 855. We're going to do that. Well, maybe because it doesn't like the fact that I got the references in there. We're going to fix that in just a second. So we're going to call this plant expansion. Okay. Now, so I'm going to come up here, hit that plus. I'm going to go 151. And I'm going to be a little sneaky. Notice how I dragged all that puppy down because I didn't want to think about it. Then I'm going to go ahead and put that in to make sure the formatting is nice and pretty. Okay, so there's my total. What was my original investment? Well, according to this, 275. Okay. So you can put that up here somewhere. Well, I mean, it's right there. So, actually, I'm just going to go grab it from right there. That'd be perfect. That way, when I post this, you guys can be really nice and easy about it. So here's my original investment, 275. There's my net present value. And do they ask anything else in here? Total present value, less amount, net present value. Okay. There's the plan expansion. So let me go ahead. I'm going to do the same thing for this one right here. I'm going to grab it. And again, I'm going to have to go and when you do this, when you're copying and pasting, you can see it's not really quite matching up nice and pretty. So what I'm going to do, my factors are not correct. How do I know that? Because I copied them from a 12%. So I have to fix that, 127. Drag that puppy on down. That makes them go and find those references. My 509. Let's go look up here. 509, 509, 509. I'm going to have to change out those factors, and I'll do that in just a second after I get this one in there. Okay. So let's go ahead and get that changed. So what did they say? They said it was going to be 15%. So let's grab this 15%, 0.870, and you're going to see me do something so that I can see it nice and easy. So I only have to do this one. Okay. There we go. There we go. Nice and pretty. Okay, grab that and put it in there. Now, which one looks like it's going to be a better project? Both of them are going to meet the standards of getting the 15%. This project looks like you're going to have a better cash flow than the other one. However, there's all kinds of rationing processes when you look at investment analysis. Okay, I went and pause that for just a second. Okay, so now I'm on the third one. And this one is looking at net present value index. It's not that bad. Okay, so I went ahead and I didn't want you guys to see me having to format all this because it kind of wastes the time for the video. So here's the three of them: maintenance, ramp, computer network. And so here's my year one cash flows for each of the projects. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to start setting this up. And then I'm going to, once I do this, I'm going to make sure that you can see the numbers. That'd be great. There we go. I'm going to drag that puppy down. Now these factors are wrong. Let's figure out what those factors should be. Because remember, I'm copying it from another problem we worked on and pasting it in here. So what did they want? Assuming that desired rate is 10. So 10 is right here. We only have three factors to find. And let's grab those factors. 0.909. Hold on just a moment. I got to yell at my husband. No, I'm not, but I do need them to thaw out. Sounds wonderful. Sounds wonderful. Okay. Talking about food because I have my week planned out. Okay. Okay, and he still won't stop talking. Okay, so here we go. Multiply that again. I'm going to put this over here. And then we're going to look at that original investment. So I'm going to come back up here. I'm going to come 702. So actually, I'm going to have to put a negative in there because that's how I've set all my formulas up. 702, 258. I don't like that. The reason why I don't like it is because I don't like red numbers. Okay, so you can see here, here's my total, my present value. This is the original investment. We're going to end up in the red. You guys already saw that, but you guys know I don't like to see that on screens. And I'm going to take this amount here. Actually, I'm going to take this amount here and divide it by the original amount to be invested. And my present value index is 0.95, but it's in the negative. That's not a good thing. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's grab this again. We're going to do this for the next two. And I'm going to have to, the only thing that really can stay the same is these formulas right here and the fact that I need to bring that down so you guys can see it. I need to change it to ramp facilities. Okay, there we go. And so we got 193. Let's go up here. And so all I did was reference that cell. I'm going to come in here, drag and drop, and I'm going to make sure that this is still got a nice pretty underline. These factors are not going to change. That one's going to be fine. However, we do need to see what that original investment is going to be, and it's up here, 398,913. Don't like that. Okay. Okay. This one says 109. That's fine. I know this is showing up as a negative. That's just because I have this original investment set up as a negative, and that's okay. But this is so much better because anything under 1 means you're not meeting your investment policy. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab that puppy. And we're going to finish that up for the computer network. And I'm going to come up here. Let's change that to be computer network. Okay, come back over here. Drag it on down. Put my underline in. Negative. What's that going to be? 219,825. Make that pretty. Okay, that's nice. 1.14. So basically, these the two projects, they're looking a whole lot, they're looking fine. What this present value index does for us is it kind of allows us to take unequal projects and give them like a rating. So you're not looking at just the dollar amounts, you're looking at how well they're going to perform. Okay, so that's what that's doing. Put some underlines in there just to make things look pretty because we like pretty. Okay, there we go. Okay, so that's number 3. So I'm going to go over to number 4, which is going to get a little bit more difficult because we're going to be looking, I believe, number 4 and 5 are the harder ones, the internal rate of return and whatnot. There's some sneaky ways to do this, which is Excel. And if I get a chance, I'll show you. So let me go ahead. I'm going to pause my recording so I can set up for the next tab on here. Okay, again, I took my time and set this up just a little bit. Okay, so here's the information. Now we're going to look at this just a tad bit different than what we did with the net present value using present value of $1. And we're going to look at the present value of an annuity. Now here's the deal. Everything has to be equal. You see how this net cash flow is all equal? You can't do the present value of an annuity if it's not equal, okay? You need to use the present value of $1. Okay. So here we go. The annual net cash flow is 440, 790. I've got 4 years and we expect at least 10%. So I'm going to come over here to the 4. I'm going to go right there, 3.170. Okay. Same thing, 3.170. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and multiply this. Same thing, multiply. And those are the amounts that we're going to get. Okay. My original investment, it's right there, 1256. On the 2399. Okay. Okay. So here we go. Net present value, this minus, well, it's going to be plus because of my, here we go. Looking good in the neighborhood. Okay, excellent. Okay, so let's get that present value index in here. Okay, mine is going to turn up negative because of the way I've set my formulas up. I got a 1.11 and I got a 1.04. Okay, cool. So in this situation, what I want to do is I want to go ahead and I'm going to set it up, my original investment, even though it's an outflow of cash, I'm going to set it up as a positive number just because it'll make it easier for me to calculate. So I set that up like that. Annual net cash flow is 440. And there we go. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over, I'm going to come over here. So as I get my columns and divide by 440, I get 2.86 and I got 3.04. Now here's what we need to do. We know it's 4 years. So here we go, 2.86. I could theoretically move these out just a tad. Okay, so you can see where I'm heading with this. So we're supposed to go to this annuity table and 4 years, and we're supposed to look to see if we can find a factor that looks very similar. And we can see it's 15% there. Okay, you mark that down. That's the internal rate of return. Let's find that 30370. Okay, right there, 12%. So it kind of gives you some information. Now, there's another way to do this, and let me see if I can remember how to do it, because I only have to do this like once a semester. But you can go in here and put this down. And more functions. Go ahead and type in internal rate of return. There you go. Okay, IRR. So let's go figure it out. Actually, I don't want to do it right there. I'm going to do it right here. No, I know. You guys know how I am. So just bear with me. Okay, so values. What are my values? My values are going to be this amount right here. And returns it for a series of cash flow. And what is, okay, so what is it supposed to be? It's supposed to be 10%. So let's go 0.1. Okay, gave me some weird number. I don't like that. And we're supposed to be. Maybe I just put 1 in there. Nope. I am not good at this. So let's go ahead. More functions. This just happened. Okay. No, I can't do that. No, I still got a number. Let's get rid of the guess. Series of numbers. Okay, let's go ahead and let's go look at this again. Okay, help. Now, like I said, sorry, something went wrong. Okay, so let's get rid of that. Okay, this is what happened. Okay, I'm just teach you guys. Just because I'm the teacher doesn't mean I get everything perfect. I don't use this that often, but if things are not making me happy, guess what I'm going to do? Help on this function. Let's see what happens. Okay, come up here and you can use this. I forgot to put in the negative part. Ha 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 ha. Okay, let's see if that works. Okay. Okay, cancel. Okay, let's go this negative. At least I think this is my problem. We're going to find out. Equals IRR. Let's grab that. Comma. So what happens? 13%. Look at that. Your teacher did good. Now she remembered how to do it. There we go. So all I did is put, okay, there's the array of numbers. You put in the original investment as a negative. There we go. Okay. If you look at that, it's not the same as what's on the book is telling you. And I'm going to tell you why. Because when you look at the book, you can see that they only have this out. So this is how you do it with decimal places. So this is the 1 position. This is the 10th, the 100th, and the 1000th. They only have it out to the 1000th. So if I was to have some fun here, and you'll all have to forgive me. I don't know what's on my, is that? I can't do that one because I'd end up showing you guys whose homework this is. Anyhow, so if you go out and you look at these tables on the internet, you can see that oftentimes these factors are going out to the millionth. Okay, so they have a ton of decimal places behind them. And that's why when I did that IRR, I'm sorry, I can't help it. That's what happened. Okay, and let's see if this is, I'm going to put IRR using Excel formula. So use the, because we know there's a lot of rounding going on. So I'm gonna have some fun and I'm gonna go to more functions because why not, right? So we're gonna look at financial. And so we know we got the IRR. I was looking to see if they have cash back. They don't have cash back. I know they have future value. Okay, so they have, there's the IRR, there's the payment. You guys have seen me use the payment before, net present value, present value payment. You've seen me use that one. Stock history. I'm looking for yield. So you guys can come in here and just FYI, use use this stuff. It's not a big deal. It's, it helps you. Okay. This here is double declining balance. Yeah, I didn't teach you that, did I? But that's okay. I didn't want you guys to know about it. But anyhow, so you guys can come in here. There's all kinds of different formulas that can be used in here. Here's engineering information, cube compatibility, the web, me, I like the lookup and reference. I also like the logical when I go out and I'm using data. That's when I use that add if. So there's all kinds of stuff in here that for you guys to use. So I just want you guys to be aware of that, okay? So I can put in here, I gotta sneeze. Ooh, I got a tickle in my nose. It's all these allergens. It's got future and okay, wait, ARR. Let's see if it's got that one in here. It's got it in here, but that might be a little bit too complicated. But anyhow, you've got this stuff in here. Go ahead and have fun with it. Like, I think when we were looking at, oh gosh, when we had mixed cost and we had to figure out what that was the fixed portion and what was the variable portion. You can use the slope. Oh gosh, I can't remember what it is. Slope and something else. Anyhow, and basically that would tell you exactly what your fixed, it would separate it out to you to the exact like fraction of a cent. So anyhow, just fun stuff for you to realize. Let's see if I can. So slope, it's a regression point, and you guys can check that out. Okay. Don't forget to do your comprehensive problem. Okay. So I hope that helped a little bit, and I'll put this spreadsheet up in there.